Howdy. Today we are going to be making an attempt at Escape from Dol Guldur. You may notice my deck is different. I've actually already attempted this mission a few times in my old deck and it went terrible. The reason I didn't post it is I've been messing up a rule which didn't really matter in previous missions, but it matters a lot in this mission. So that's why I did not post those videos. Setup, shuffle your decks, place heroes, set threat, create token bank, determine the first player, draw starting hand. Then you do the quest. I was doing those out of order. If you do the quest cards for setup, usually it doesn't matter, and then you draw your hand, it's not a big deal. But in this one, during the quest phase, when you're going through your quest cards, one of your characters gets captured. If you know who's going to get captured, that greatly affects how this mission is played. So it has to be done in the correct order. So, like I said, those missions were terrible losses. I never even got to the point of saving a hero because I had 3 colors, and when I lose a color, it just hurt. But since I was doing that step in the wrong order, that greatly affects this mission. It didn't really affect the previous missions I played, but for mission 3, it's very important that is done in the correct order. Because if I knew which character got captured, then I could mulligan a hand that had the color of the captured character. For this quest, I really think you could probably pull it off with 3 colors, but it'd be very difficult. I have went down to a 2-color deck. My current 2 favorite colors are blue, spirit, and purple, leadership. So I'm hoping I can pull this off. I'm really hoping that Eowyn does not get captured, because if she does, that means I'm down to 1 color. But I have put some cards in the deck to help fix that. There is a attachment that can give him the blue resource color. So even if she gets captured, if I get lucky on my draw, then Aragorn can become my blue character and purple. So I have a lot of stuff set up here to kind of mitigate the chances of losing both my colors. Alright, so we're set up. Here's some cards that get drawn for the quest, but we're not moving into the quest cards yet. We're going to draw our starting hand. I'm really looking for Steward of Gondor because I'm going to have less heroes, so I really want those heroes to pump out more resources. And I would really like the character that makes Aragorn a blue resource so that if she gets captured, I will still have both resource colors. Let's go ahead and draw my hand. Oh, my starting threat is 29 because this guy's a beast. He takes 12 threat to bring onto the field. Unexpected Courage. That's a pretty great card, assuming I have blue. That's the one that, attached to a hero, exhaust Unexpected Courage to ready the hero. Then I have a Test of Will, response. Cancel the when revealed effects of a card that was just revealed from the encounter deck. That's really solid, but this is a pretty heavy blue hand so far. Ooh, Steward of Gondor. Attached to a hero, attached hero gains the Gondor trait, exhaust Steward of Gondor to add 2 resources to that hero's resource pool. That's pretty big. I like this hand. I don't like that it has a lot of blue so far, but we'll see. Gandalf, always a solid entry. 5 to come out. 4 willpower, 4 attack, 4 shields, 4 health. At the end of the round, discard Gandalf from play. After Gandalf enters play, choose 1. Draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to 1 enemy in play, or reduce your threat by 5. For Gondor. Until the end of the phase, all characters get +1 attack. All Gondor characters get +1 shield until the end of the phase. Oh, also get +1 shield. Hasty Strike. Cancel a shadow effect just triggered during combat. I'm not totally sold on this hand. I had Steward of Gondor, I have Gandalf, but I don't have any way to get him out quickly, and more important thing, I don't even have any allies in this hand. So I think I'm going to mulligan. Because there's some very specific stuff I'm looking for. This quest is fairly difficult. It's the 3rd one. You start with 3 things on the field before you even draw your first round, because each one of these is going to get an enemy or encounter on it. So it's pretty rough already, and then one of your characters is going to get captured, which makes it even rougher. So I really want to have a solid hand going into this game. All right, let's draw and see if we can do better. Steward of Gondor, excellent. So we've already talked about what that is. A second Steward of Gondor. These are unique cards, so you can only have one on the field. So this is a pretty bad draw. Gandalf. Ooh. Celebrian's Stone. Attached to a hero. Restricted. So, attached hero gains +2 willpower. If the attached hero is Aragorn, he also gains the blue resource icon. These two cards paired together, put on him, he's pumping out blue and purple. That's a really solid draw. So I really like this. Don't like the double Steward of Gondors. Will of the West. Choose a player. Shuffle that player's discard into his deck. Remove Will of West from the game. It's kind of a filler. I went down to 2 colors with 50 cards. Reshuffling your discard could be good, especially if you've already played your Gandalfs or your sneak attacks. So it's purposeful, but for this deck, it's really not needed. And I get a Silverlode Archer. I'm okay with this draw. It's not the best. If I could replace this, I'd be really happy. If I could replace it with a sneak attack, I'd be really, really happy. But it's a pretty solid draw. Now let's see what happens for the enemy. Setup. Search the encounter deck for 3 objective cards. Reveal and place them in the staging area. Done. I'm going to read you all the text of one of them and then tell you what's different about each, because they're all almost exactly the same. Guarded. Restricted. That means each hero can only have 1 restricted card. Guarded means that we're going to have to flip a card off the encounter deck so that they are protected. Raise your threat by 2 to claim this objective. When it's free of encounters, when claimed, attach the torch to a hero you control. Counts as an attachment. If detached, return Dungeon Torch to the staging area. Forced. At the end of each round, raised attached hero's controller's threat by 2. That's ridiculous. That's going to push us to the end of the game really fast. So I'm not going to be going for this objective early. Shadow Key. Same text about how to claim it and all that jazz. Forced. At the end of each round, attached hero suffers 1 damage. That one's pretty ridiculous too. That's going to usher force to the end of the game. So we don't want that one. Gandalf's Map. Raise your threat by 2 to claim this. Oh, attached hero cannot attack or defend. That's not too bad, especially if she's in play, because she's my quester. She doesn't want to attack. She doesn't want to defend. So Gandalf's Map is what we'll be going for. We're also supposed to set aside Nazgul of Dol Guldur. He's got 40 engagement cost, 5 threat, 4 attack, 3 shields, 9 health. You can't attach anything to him, so even if we had a force snare, we couldn't force snare him. Forced. When the prisoner is rescued, move Nazgul to the staging area. So once we actually rescue a trapped hero, which will come up in a little bit, he's going to come out and start eating things. Forced. After a shadow effect dealt to Nazgul of Dol Guldur resolves, the engaged player must choose and discard 1 character he controls. So it's going to come in. He hits like a truck. And then after he hits like a truck, he gobbles up one of your characters. So he's pretty scary. Let's move on. Also place Nazgul of Dol Guldur face up but out of play. So he's out of here. You can't see him. He's nearby in case we need him. Alongside the quest deck, then shuffle the encounter deck. I've already done that. And attach 1 encounter to each objective card. This is where we pull stuff. When treacheries attach, luckily the treachery will go away and it'll leave this unprotected, but we don't want the Dungeon Torch. Each player discards all event cards in hand. Okay, I only have 1 event card, but it is gone. But that's pretty cool. That's not a creature or land that's putting out threat, so we're happy about that one. These stupid bees. I hate these bees. So 40 engagement cost, 1 threat, 2 attack, 0 shields, 3 health. Forced. After Hammerhorns engages you, deal 5 damage to a single hero you control. That kills 1 hero. So we can't get to 40 threat. Those things are crazy. I'm mixed on this. This card, Iron Shackles, when revealed, attach Iron Shackles to the top of the first player's deck. Counts as a condition attachment. With the text, the next time a player would draw one or more cards from the attachment deck, discard this instead. So, I like that there's hardly anything out there. That is great for us. This is actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with what just happened. So, now we flip this over. When revealed, randomly select one hero among all the heroes controlled by the players, and turn it face down. The hero is considered to be a prisoner and cannot be used, cannot be damaged, and does not collect resources until rescued, as instructed by card effects later in the quest. The players as a group cannot play more than one ally card each round. The players cannot advance to the next stage of this quest unless they have one objective card, which is Gandalf's map, because it's the one that doesn't kill you. We are going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the most part, I'm okay with any character disappearing, especially because I got lucky and got this attachment, which can make him make blue resources. Okay. So, I know I said I was okay with anything, but she's an amazing quester. So I don't have an amazing quester anymore. But that is what it is. We're going to move forward, and we're going to try not to cry. So, we get to go into our first round. We collect one resource. Oh, this is actually going to be pretty good. So we collect one resource for each hero. We draw. That makes this go away. I'm going to spend 2 resources to put Steward of Gondor on Aragorn. I'm going to tap Steward of Gondor to put 2 resources on him. He's going to spend those resources to put 1 restricted item on him. So that means he can only have one of these objectives. This is Celebrian's Stone. Now he has +2 willpower, so he's a 4 willpower. He's a good quester now. And because he's Aragorn, he counts as a blue character. So that was a really solid turn. Now here's where we're going to get a little bit dangerous. We need to go on a quest. We probably need a blocker. Oh, sorry, I spent those resources. We probably need a blocker, but I think, yeah, a lot of this is going to work out. So we're going to go on the quest. This guy's going to go on the quest. He's going to put 1 resource on Aragorn. And now I have to decide. I forgot to read the characters to you. So Aragorn's 12 threat, 2 willpower, 3 attack, 2 shields, 5 health, sentinel. He can block for other players, doesn't matter. After Aragorn commits to a quest, spend 1 resource from his resource pool to ready him. That would be pretty amazing because then I could block anything that gets pulled. When this is Theodred, he costs 8 to put on the field, so he was 8 of our threat. 1 willpower, 2 attack, 1 shield, 4 health. Response after he commits to a quest, you can add 1 resource to any hero that's also committed to the quest, including himself. So he's going to add a resource to Aragorn. Now I could take this resource off and untap Aragorn. Then I would have an amazing blocker. But I'm going to play it very risky. I am not going to take this resource off because we're really early in the game. I kind of want to get Gandalf out. My hand's pretty small. When I get Gandalf out, I can draw some cards with him or I can do something. Let's see. Next round I can do this anyway. So let's go ahead and pay down tap him, just in case. So he went in for 4 because he's got this bonus here. This one went in for 1. So I went in for 5 on the quest. So we pull a card. It's a land. It's doomed. 1. That means our threat goes up to 30. Doomed increases your threat by the number. And it's a surge. This is Endless Caverns. 1 threat, 3 to complete. A little bit annoying. It surges into a treachery. When revealed, the player with the highest threat level chooses 1 hero. Man, this sucks. When revealed, the player with the highest threat attaches this card to one of his heroes. Counts as a condition. Attached with the text, attached hero is not ready during the refresh phase unless the hero pays 2 from that hero's resource pool. This really slows down anything I was planning on doing. I think I'm going to put it on this guy, and he's just not going to untap for a really long time. So we went in for 5 on the quest against 2. So that means we get to put 3 progress on the Necromancer's Tower. I thought I was doing decent, but some bad draws. Then I'm going to go ahead and travel here. We can try to clear that out, get some threat off the board since I only have 1 character I can really use. At the refresh phase, we go up. Oh, we don't engage him because he's got stupid high threat, and if we did engage him, he would auto-kill one of our characters. So our threat goes up by 1. We can't untap him. During the resource phase, both characters will collect resources. This round, we'll get to draw, which is cancel the shadow effect just triggered in combat. I'm going to tap Steward of Gondor, and that's going to get me 2 more resources on this guy. Can't cast Gandalf yet, but what I can do is I can pay 3 to get an archer on the field, because we can only put down 1 ally per round. So if we can put down an ally, we should be putting down an ally. I'm going to pay 1 of those from him. Aragorn's going to quest, and I'm going to do it without untapping him. He's going in for 4. We get Dol Guldur Jailer. 1 threat, 2 attack. I should have went in with this guy. Okay. So, 1 attack, 38 to engage, 1 threat, 2 attack, 3 shields, 5 health, force. If the jailer's in the staging area, the players have just quested unsuccessfully, we have to shuffle back one of these objectives. That would be really bad for us. I'm going to go ahead and collect this objective for 2 threat. Actually, I guess I don't need to. That's just going to increase my threat, which makes more things engage me. And we don't need the objective yet. And we can do that as an action. So we can pretty much do it anytime. So I'm going to wait till I have enough progress on there to actually attempt that. So I went in for 4. There's 2 out here. I get to place 2 progress on this land. On our next turn, on the untap phase, I untap. Our threat goes to 32. We pull a card for the next round, and we get to put down 1 resource, 2 resource. I will tap Steward of Gondor, and now we have 5 resources. I don't really have any cards to play at this point. There's no creatures. I would like some more stuff in my hand, so I have some more options. I would like to use Gandalf to draw something, but I think what I'm going to use Gandalf for is to put him right out here, and he's going to zap these bees. Now that the bees are gone, we can start progressing. Now, unfortunately, for us, that took all of our resources. If we blow through this quest, we're going to run into some problems, because this guy's going to come onto the field. We really don't want that guy coming onto the field. We don't want to quest unsuccessfully. So Aragorn will go on the quest. I kind of wanted to engage this guy and then kill him with Gandalf, but Gandalf can't even kill him by himself. So I'd have to let him be unblocked if we engaged him, which I have no idea what we're going to do about that stuff yet, but I have to think this out. So let's say we pull the jailer. I could let it through unblocked, put damage on this, and then we could kill it with those 2. So I'm just going to go in for the quest on 4, and we hope the jailer's still not around. So I went in for 4. we draw this evil guy that's got 2. So 35 engagement cost, 2 threat, 3 attack, 1 shield, 5 health. When the Beastmaster attacks, deal 1 additional shadow card. So that's pretty scary. So I went in for 4. I beat this by 1. I get to complete this land. I will bring in the Jailer, because he's a little ridiculous for this quest. If I lose one of these objectives, things are bad. So I bring in the Jailer, and I do not block him. No additional effects. That means just the 2 damage are going in. So 2 damage on Aragorn. Oh, I've already done all the stuff. I didn't realize he had 3 shields. So I'm not even going to be able to kill him this round. So that sucks. 2 damage on Aragorn. We will attack back with 6, doing 3 to the shields and 3 to his health. I didn't realize he had 3 shields. Gandalf will go away at the end of the round. We're going to untap. And then our threat's going to go to 33. So I'm really not excited about what just happened. I played that poorly. We get another Hasty Strike, Hasty Stroke to cancel a shadow effect. Get a resource, get a resource. He's going to ask for 2 resources. And he's going to go on the quest all by his lonesome. And then he will untap. So he went in for... He's not in the staging area, so we're good there. So he went in for 4. We draw. Until the end of the phase, raise the total threat in the staging area by X, where X is the number of players in the game. So we have 30. We have 3 here. He went in for 4. We win by 1. Since we win by 1, we get to put a progress on here. Now, I want to destroy that thing, but to destroy that thing, it's going to take both of my characters. So I'm going to let the damage suit unblocked on him. It has a shadow effect. Discard 1 attachment you control. Discarded objective cards are returned. So treachery's a condition attachment. So I believe choose and discard 1 attachment you control. Discarded objective cards are returned to the staging area. If this attack is undefended, discard all attachments you control. All attachments you control would be pretty ridiculous. So I'm going to cancel that shadow effect. So 2 damage comes through unblocked. I will tap 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 damage, 3 goes to the shield, 2 goes to him, he's gone. We go up to 34 threat, and we still don't have an answer for him. We're not doing the best. That trap really put us down. We might still be able to pull this off, though. For Gondor, all of our characters get +1 attack and +1 shield, which might be helpful for killing that thing. I guess he's going on the quest by himself. Oh, let's use Steward of Gondor to get 2 resources. He will spend 1 to untap. So he went on the quest by himself, and then he untaps. What we get is a second Dol Guldur Beastmaster. We really don't have the allies to deal with this stuff. But that's 4 against 4, so that's a push. Our threat's going to go up to 35. If I let him through, could I kill him? The answer is no. I could not kill one of those. And unfortunately, I can't leave it unblocked and then hit it. So I really don't know how I'm going to answer this problem. We're going to move into the next round. I'm going to pay 2 to untap this guy finally. So our threat is now 35. We each get a resource. And we draw a card. We draw a pretty great card. Still just not too sure about what we can actually pull off. I'm going to pause real quick because I just want to make sure that I didn't mess up and accidentally not raise my threat. If they were supposed to come in last round, then we need them to come in. But I think they come in this round. Alright, so continuing where we left off, I am correct in the fact that 35 threat is this round, not next round. We're going to get those two things engaging us, and they're going to hit stupid hard. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. I could summon this girl to kind of help out with them, which is my northern tracker, which would be very helpful. So I think I'm going to do that. I summon my northern tracker, and that's going to cost me 4. Then I will use Steward of Gondor to get 2 more. So that's going to leave me for this 4 Gondor, so I'll have that available. He's going to go on the... If he goes on the quest, then he won't have that resource left. Yeah, he's going to go in on the quest by himself, and then he pays to untap himself. So he went in for 4. We'll get Dol Guldur Orcs. When revealed, the first player chooses 1 character currently committed to the quest and deals 2 damage to him. So Aragorn takes 2 damage. Then, unfortunately, our threat is high enough that we're going to have to engage every single one of these enemies. And that should be the end of the game for us. Because that's going to kill everything. Because I could block, block, and block. I guess we should go ahead and try to pull it off. So I'm going to spend 2 Steward of Gondor. And that means all my Gondor people get an extra shield and an extra attack. I'm going to go ahead and block with this character. And the shadow effect is going to be nothing, but that's still 3 damage, which will kill my archer. Then we're going to do this, oh, an additional shadow card. No effect. Now we'll block with this one because we don't want to lose heroes. So we block this character here. We get double shadow effects, nothing. Nothing. So 3 damage coming in, 2 armor. She takes 1 damage. Now, to actually make some progress, I have to kill this guy. So that means I'm going to have to block with this one that only has 1 shield. Shadow effect, choose and discard 1 attachment from the defending character. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually. This goes away. That's an attachment. Nice. 2 damage. 1 goes to the shield. He's still got 1 health left. Aragorn can then attack for 3 and kill this one. We go to the untap phase, but only he untaps, unfortunately. If this one could untap, we could be a lot closer to victory. We go to 36 threat. Both characters get a token. We get this Snowbourn Scout, which can put progress on a land, which is not hyper helpful. But we will play him this round for 1 off of Aragorn. Aragorn will tap Steward of Gondor, getting 2. And I get to put 1 progress on a location, but there's not 1 to put on a location. We're going to have to engage these monsters again. Aragorn goes on the quest, then he untaps himself. Oh, I should have done that differently because I forgot everybody had +1 attack. I could have pulled that off last round and probably still kept my archer. So that's probably my big blunder of the game. We get a land that is 2. Each player must exhaust 1 hero he controls to travel here. Yeah, right. So we get to put 2 progress on this. And then we have to fight the monsters we have in play. So when we fight these monsters, this character is going to block 1. It gets 2 shadow cards, a nothing, and gets +1 attack, so it hits for 4. That'll be enough to kill this defender. I think the game's lost. Alright, this one will attack this guy, and that's going to be 3 damage. That's definitely going to kill him. First shadow effect is defending player raises his threat by number of enemies he's engaged with, so my threat goes up to 38. The second card is nothing, so it hits this guy for a ton. He's gone. Now, I get to attack one of them for 3, 1 shield, 5 health. I get to put 2 damage on him. And that's it. We go to the untap phase. He still can't untap. We go to 39 threat. We draw a card. Unexpected Courage, which would have been great. Oh, he does untap. Unexpected Courage, which would have been great earlier in the game. So we're going to spend 2. We're going to use Steward of Gondor, get 2, spend 2. Unexpected Courage. And Aragorn's going to go on the quest and then untap himself. No, he's not. He's not going on the quest. We get another land for 3, so we're going up to 44 threat. This guy is going to attack. I will block with Aragorn. It does +1 damage, so it's at 4 damage. That's already enough to kill Aragorn. Aragorn's gone. The other one, when I defend with this guy, his attack's already high enough to go through and kill it. So we have lost this round. I don't think this one went terribly. I probably could have pushed forward and completed the quest and saved the extra character. But I didn't want this guy coming into play. So I just didn't think it was worth it. I think next round, if we get lucky and we get some allies out early, then we might be able to push through and actually make some progress on this quest. My guess is it's probably going to take 3 or 4 attempts. Hopefully not any more than that. Thank you for watching.